16 in a row now for the South Dakota women after a couple of wins on the road in North Dakota over the weekend. Here to talk about that is head coach Dawn Plitzuweit. And Dawn, Fargo's always a tough place to go and play and get a win, and you got that chance on Thursday night. And the Bison, though, come out really threw the kitchen sink at you offensively in that first half.
Well, I thought they played very aggressively and kind of gave us some new wrinkles within their offense, new ways to attack, and it took us a little while to figure out how to combat that.
Yeah, you're getting kind of used to seeing that from teams, right? Do you take that as a compliment when they do that?
Well, it's supposed to make us better because we've seen more
Sure.
things. That's what they say. But, yeah, I think it's certainly expected at this point in time. And, the important thing is that our players have made in-game adjustments and certainly have the ability to do that and certainly had to do that on Thursday night.
After a little bit of a slow start, I think you made one of your first 5 shots. The offense got rolling pretty good there, really, really efficient. Chloe Lamb really certainly was the spark in this. How good was she in this game?
Well, she made a couple moves during the course of the game. One was at the end of the third quarter, kind of a step-back shot out of a ball screen scenario that was really impressive. And then one where she took it and had a reverse layup. I think that was in the fourth quarter, and that was really an impressive move. So she continues to excel, and she continues to do a lot of good things on both ends of the court.
Now, speaking of getting teams' best shot and everything they've got, you certainly had that Saturday in Grand Forks against North Dakota. You were up 12 after one quarter. Actually got off to a really nice start in this game, but the Fighting Hawks come out, respond in that second quarter, shoot 80% to come back and get the lead on you at halftime. What was it like watching that unfold? We just haven't seen a team do that against your defense.
Well, and I thought they played obviously really well. What I told Mallory before the game and I told her again after the game is, I thought on Thursday night they got some really good shots that kind of rimmed in, rimmed out. I was kind of hoping they'd rim in, rim out again on Saturday, but they didn't do that. I think the value in that is that we had to weather the storm. We faced adversity in both games in different ways, and I thought our young ladies kept their composure, and that was really important. And that's going to be very valuable for us moving forward.
It felt like Hannah Shervin took that almost personally a little bit with what happened in that second quarter. She comes out, has an absolute monster second half, 22 over 30 points after halftime. And after what had been a frustrating few games for her, was it good to see her just go out and get it like that?
Hannah was very impressive, and I think she's someone who, as you get older in your career, players can go in a couple different ways, and Hannah was just so incredibly responsive in this past week and was so incredibly coachable and wanting to get better, just hungry to improve and hungry to get better, and just went over the top in terms of being a great teammate and an energizer. And so when you do all the right things and then all of a sudden the result becomes that, it becomes very rewarding to see as a coach, because I thought Hannah earned that. She did a tremendous job, and it was fun to kind of watch her teammates when she finished. What was 4 for 5 from the arc and 3 for 4 in that game, and so she just every time she made one, they were really excited for her too, because we know she has that ability to do that, and she's playing at a really, really high level, and we know her impact, on the defensive end, and certainly we know she has the ability to make that kind of impact on the offensive end as well, and it was fun to see.
Speaking of that three-point shot, I know that was something you were hoping would fall a little bit more for you in this past week. It certainly did. You hit 8 at North Dakota State, come back, hit 10 out of 20 against North Dakota on Saturday, and that had to be a good feeling.
Well, this team has the ability to make plays in a lot of different ways, and we've seen a lot of it on the defensive end. We've seen it in spurts on the offensive end, and certainly, I think our offense has been consistent during the course of this conference season in terms of being efficient. We didn't shoot it. We shot at an 18% clip from the arc the weekend before, and so to come back and really shoot it very well was something that I think is it's important for your players' confidence level moving forward.
Now 11-0 in the Summit League, coming back in a big one Saturday, obviously against South Dakota State. The Jacks have not lost since you saw them down here in Vermillion a few weeks ago. What stands out, though, about what they've done since then?
Oh, they're playing well on both ends of the ball. They're really scoring it efficiently. They're scoring it fast. They're scoring it in a multitude of different ways. And then defensively, they've been incredibly sound, too. So they're playing really good basketball right now.
You know full well what kind of environment it's going to be at Frost Arena. It's going to be a lot different than what you experienced up there last year, certainly. It's going to be normal, so to speak, in a lot of ways. So with that in mind, and considering the results that you had up there, how important is it to get off to a good start in this particular game?
Well, I think it's really important that our players understand that we need to control what we can control. And I thought what we actually had an opportunity to experience during this past weekend on the road was some of those things. We faced some adversity, and our players did a great job of maintaining their demeanor, their composure, and I think that's going to be really important heading into that type of an atmosphere.
All right, congrats on another great weekend, and good luck to you this weekend, and we'll catch up again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jay.